Imagine a heated debate where facts are flying back and forth, yet despite overwhelming evidence, one party refuses to budge. This frustrating scenario is more common than one might think, and can often be attributed to a psychological phenomenon known as cognitive dissonance. Today, we delve into the intricacies of this fascinating brain trick that affects us all, from the uninitiated to the intellectual elite. Cognitive dissonance is the mental discomfort experienced when we hold two or more contradictory beliefs, values, or ideas. This discomfort prompts our brains to take action, often in the form of rationalizing, ignoring, or even denying new information that conflicts with our deeply held beliefs. It's a defense mechanism of sorts, employed by our minds to avoid the stress of inconsistency. The concept was formally introduced by psychologist Leon Festinger in the 1950s, although it's been at play in human behavior since time immemorial. Festinger's theory has since provided a framework for understanding how humans strive for internal consistency and how they cope when confronted with disharmony. When faced with dissonance, our brains work overtime to reconcile conflicting information, often leading us to reject or discount facts that threaten our pre-existing views. Consider, for instance, the classic example of a smoker who knows that smoking is harmful to health, yet continues the habit. The discomfort of holding two opposing ideas, enjoying smoking while knowing its dangers, can lead the smoker to downplay the health risks or to embrace denial, convincing themselves that smoking isn't as harmful as it seems. This is cognitive dissonance in action, a vivid demonstration of how our brains protect us from psychological discomfort. Importantly, cognitive dissonance affects everyone. No one is immune. Even the most rational among us are susceptible. This innate bias often manifests in settings like political debates or discussions about contentious scientific issues. The stronger our attachment to a belief, the more likely we are to experience dissonance when confronted with contradictory information, and the harder it becomes to change our minds. However, understanding cognitive dissonance gives us a powerful tool: perspective. Rather than getting embroiled in futile arguments, we can approach such conversations with empathy and curiosity. Instead of pitting fact against belief, effective dialogue is achieved by asking questions that encourage introspection. Questions like, "What led you to that belief?" or "Can you tell me more about your perspective?" open doors to critical thinking and reflection, creating pathways for altering entrenched views. Successful persuasion involves more than sheer presentation of facts. It requires fostering environments where individuals feel comfortable exploring their beliefs without judgment. When people feel safe from ridicule, they are more likely to entertain new ideas and gradually align their beliefs with reality. This approach not only reduces defensive reactions, but invites constructive dialogue, enhancing mutual understanding. In practice, cognitive dissonance reveals much about the human condition. It underscores our instinctive need for consistency, even at the cost of truth. Recognizing this can aid in self-reflection. Why do we, ourselves, often resist changing our minds, and how can we be more receptive to new information? By acknowledging our own cognitive dissonance, we better prepare ourselves to engage in meaningful conversations where we are both learners and teachers. It is essential to remember that cognitive dissonance is not inherently negative. This mental mechanism is also a catalyst for growth and learning. By challenging our beliefs and seeking coherence, we can adapt and evolve. Through understanding and addressing cognitive dissonance, we can transform stubbornness into curiosity and resistance into readiness for change. In conclusion, cognitive dissonance is a complex yet captivating mental process that governs much of our thought and behavior. By acknowledging its influence, we can foster more effective communication and understanding. The key lies in dialogue, not debate. So next time you encounter someone resistant to reason, remember this brain trick. Ask questions, offer insights, and gently guide them towards self-reflection. This empathetic approach might just be the secret to not only changing minds, but also expanding horizons.